Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to the game where your assistant calls you at extremely inopportune times. But I figure, why not? Let's answer it.
どこだ? やっぱここにいたな、フェイリス。
もしもし。
岡部、聞こえる？タクシーは呼んだけど、
Wow.
もうちょっとだけ時間が
Yeah,
かかる。
that's not very helpful now. Kurisu.
追っ手にバレた。目の前にいる。
おい、出てこい！隠れても無駄だぞ、俺！
そう。それなら脱出方法をレクチャーする。場所はさっきのところから移動してないんだよな。
Maybe we should like let out moo and ba sounds, and maybe they'll think we're like animals and not the people hiding from them. The men are approaching our hiding spot, but because the room is dark, it seems they can't tell where we are. I listen carefully to Kurisu's voice.
その部屋にある小麦粉をばらまいて脱出しろ。OK？
Scatter the flour?
あとは照明をスイッチオン。
Now I get it.
了解した。オーバ
ー。Then, I see the light reflect off of something. One of the men is a butterfly. Oh gosh. He opens the blade with a flourish. I quickly rip open a nearby wheat flour sack and toss its contents into the air. The scattered white powder shines in the sunlight through the window.
うわ、なんだこれ。なんも見えねえ。
Slipping past the disoriented men, I carry Faris towards the exit. Right next to the exit, I see the light switch. I push Faris out first, then flip the switch right before shutting the door. Right as we get out... What is that? Is someone shooting a gun? A sound like firecrackers resounds from the other side of the door. A dusty... Oh, isn't that bad? I've seen the same trick used by the guys like MacGyver in Master Chiton. A popular Japanese comic that ran from 1988 to 1994 follows the activities of the titular protagonist, who is an archaeologist, a survival instructor, and an insurance investigator. That's interesting. That should distract him long enough for us to escape. Faris coughs, shaking wheat flour off her clothes and hair. But there's no time to spare. The taxi still isn't here. But it's not like we can wait for it. We need to leave here right now. However... Uh-oh. Crap. We were headed for the lab, but got ambushed. Soon, Faris... Shut up. Soon, Faris and I are surrounded by men with fires of hatred burning in their eyes.
Yeah.
The crowd parts down the middle, and 4C steps forward, wearing a hat.
Like, seriously,
how many punk kids does this kid have working for him, or his little buddies and stuff? Seriously, it's ridiculous. I shield Faris with my body. 4C cracks his knuckles and smiles.
The
only thing I can do to stop faltering is go into Ho and Kiyoma mode. Maybe it'll work? Honestly, that's the best thing he's probably got going for him right now. Oh gosh, he didn't even hear him. He didn't even hear him, he's just monologuing all by himself.
てめえをエレガントに沈めてやるぜ。
Yeah, I feel like he's not even listening. Like, it doesn't matter what Okarin just said, he's not listening to a word of it. And he's just monologuing all by himself.
ダメだ。右手が。右手が。やめてくれ。俺はもう殺したくないんだ。
Oh, finally he's listening.
一体何なんだ?
Something strikes the top of my head. Oh, it didn't work. One of the virals threw a can at me.
シード騙されんな。そいつは典型的な中二病なだけだ。
いや、お前らが言うな。
Yeah.
構わねえから叩んじまうぜ。
そこまで言うなら覚悟しろ。俺は右腕の封印を。
Ow. Before I can finish, 4C kicks me in the solar plexus. He grabs the top of my head and knees me repeatedly. Ow. Finally, he lets go of my hair. I start coughing as soon as I hit the ground. What the heck? This is like the middle of the city. Why does no one care? These stupid pedestrians in the background are not my problem. Next, 4C lays into me with a heavy kicks to the head and body. I raise my arms to protect my face.
言ったろ? 俺に触れるなってな。冷たすぎる氷はやけどを。
だから。
Oh gosh, no, Okarin, this isn't the time.
どうしようだ。
Okarin, that wasn't the time for that. Whoa, what the heck? Oh, sorry, hold on a moment. Sorry about that. This place I live in now actually has a train track behind it. And so far, this is only the second time I've heard it, so it still kind of surprised me a lot. I forgot about the train. But let's continue. He starts stomping on me with his booted heels. All I can feel is pain. I abandon all thought and wait for the storm to pass. Again with this Gaia thing. 4C grabs my thumb in both hands. Then he starts to twist. What is that? Is that a car? I hear a sound. A car's exhaust. The honking of a horn. A limousine barrels into the alleyway at terrific speed. Everyone screams and scatters to avoid it. The smell of burnt rubber. Tire tracks on the asphalt. The limousine stops right in front of my fallen body. The back door opens.
乗りなさい。
Oh, hi.
We're still on, huh? Well, I'm game if you are.
No! Stop it, please!
Oh shit! Abort! Abort!
You came conveniently. Would have been nice if you came just a little bit earlier. But I can't even stand up. There's no strength in my body left. My vision's blurry too. Slender arms wrap around my body, pulling me towards the car. The soft scent of citrus tickles my nose. I let her help me into the limousine. I always wanted to ride a limo.
待て!
The door shuts, cutting off his shouting. Well, that was convenient. The car speeds off like a bullet. Ow. There's a softness under my head. We're inside the limousine. My head is resting on Faris's lap. Every inch of my body feels like it's on fire. And, at the same time, there's a terrible cold in my bones. I can barely hear. My ears are ringing. The urge to vomit has receded, at least. They really messed me up. According to Faris' dad, he was racing to UPX to congratulate Faris when he saw us. Once again, very convenient. A fortunate coincidence indeed. Is this also the choice of Steins Gate?
君にはお礼を言わねばならないね、岡部君。娘を守ってくれてありがとう。
守るだなんて。そんな。
I'm no hero. If I had the strength, I would prostrate myself right now before this man.
何もできませんでしたよ。俺は。全く情けないです。
とんでもない。君は娘の命の恩人だよ。
He shakes my hand firmly in gratitude.
パパったら大事なお仕事があるんだから無理しなくていいって言ったのににゃ。
Faris looks happy as she says that. However, I recall what Faris told me in the ramen shop.
フェイリスが叶えたのは10年前に死んだパパを生き返らせることにゃ。
If that's true, then to return to the original world line, I have to erase her father. To kill him, essentially.
私はルミホとの約束は何があっても守るよ。昔そう決めたんだからね。
パパ、ありがとにゃ。
The limousine soon reaches Faris' home.
ほう、IBN5100 か。
Do his like pink eyes, like not even the fact that they're pink, but the fact that they're so big, does that freak out anybody? Because normally anime chicks have big eyes, but anime guys have like tiny eyes? I don't know, it's kind of weird.
そうです。あなたは熱心なレトロ PC 収集家とかねてより聞いていました。何かご存知ではありませんか？
I end up eating dinner at Faris' apartment. Faris' father was extremely grateful to me and invited me up. I would have been okay with just borrowing the shower, but he even prepared a change of clothes for me, and he even told me I could stay since it's still too dangerous to go outside. During the meal, I try asking about the IBN 5100, ignoring the pain I still feel throughout my body.
君のような若者が IBN5100 を知っているとは珍しいね。
He smiles when I bring up his hobby of collecting old PCs.
確かに私も持っていたよ。今は手放してしまったが。
手放した？
ああ、やむにやまれぬ事情でね。
He glances at his daughter. Faris keeps eating her meal silently.
柳林神社に奉納したのですか？
奉納？いや、違うよ。
No? All the strength drains from my body. Were my efforts for nothing?
私に IBN5100 を託してくれた橋田さんには申し訳ないことをしてしまったと思っている。
橋田って橋田鈴ですか？
Ooh. Faris' dad nods. Suza's pseudonym. Suza's pseudonym. My pulse rises instantly upon hearing that name. She did it. She found an IBN 5100. She brought it to Akiba. She completed her mission. Tears well up in my eyes. I bite them back.
昔の話になるがね。まだ私の会社が今ほど大きくない頃の話だ。ルミホが誘拐されたんだ。犯人はとんでもない額の身代金を要求してきてね。あるいは会社を抵当に入れればなんとかなったかもしれない。そんな時、渡りに船とばかりに IBN5100 を高額で買い取りたいという人物が現れてね。
So that's why he doesn't have it.
それを売り渡すことでルミホを助けるための身代金を用意することができたんだよ。
パパ、その話はやめるにゃ。
For some reason, Faris' face turns red with embarrassment. If I had to say, her dad seems really happy to tell the story. Not something you'd expect from a kidnapping story.
その歌相手というのは？
フランスの実業家だね。今でも連絡は取れると思う。なんだったら教えようか。
I politely declined the offer. There's no way the IBM 5100 will arrive from France in time, and I doubt we could afford to pay for it anyway. Plus, there's a high possibility the buyer is related to CERN, or the Rounders. I clenched my fist, then opened it again. Why won't you return to me, IBM 5100? Because someone bought it. It's well past midnight, and I'm still awake. My body hurts too much to sleep, and then there's the question eating at my mind. What should I do? How can I cancel the email that saved Faris' father? My encounter with the man himself has given birth to unnecessary internal conflict. I'm about to steal Faris' father away from her. I need to do it to save my Yuri. But does that give me the right to play God? I hear a knock, and then the door opens.
フェイリスか。まだ寝てなかったのか。
入っていい？
Hmm? Normally, Faris would have added nya to the end of that question. Without waiting for my answer, Faris steps inside. Then, she sits next to me on the bed. She's not wearing her cat ears.
さっきはありがとう。バイラル一味に追いかけられたとき、私、すごく怖かった。
If you're thinking this is going to turn into like some weird hentai thing, don't worry, it doesn't. Because it does seem a little bit suspicious, doesn't it? Does she have a fever or something? Why is she talking normally? She usually pretends to be a cat girl. Does this mean she's not using her Faris persona right now? Persona? Is this the real Akia Rumio? It's actually refreshing to hear Faris talk normally like this. It excites me for some reason. Like, she's showing me a side of herself that no one has ever seen.
初めてだったよ。大勢の人たちからあんな黒い感情をぶつけられたこと。
黒にやたらこだわる連中だったからな。
Yeah, in peacocks and monologuing. She slaps me on the knee lightly.
もう、真面目に話してるのに。
What? Even her retort is normal. The person sitting in front of me isn't a cat-eared maid, and she isn't the Rhinonet champion. She's just a normal girl.
傷、痛む？
いや、大丈夫だ。
今日の、岡部さんがいなかったらどうなっていたか想像するだけでゾッとする。
言い直すな。いつも通りの呼び方でいい。
Fair size.
とにかく今日まには感謝してもしきれない。本当にありがとう。今日まはね、私の王子様だよ。
Prince? What's with the fairy tale talk? She's giving me goosebumps. This calls for Hoen Kyoma.
俺は王子様ではない。狂気のマッドサイエンティストで。
Before I finish, Faris throws herself on top of me. She wraps her arms around me tightly.
フェイリス。
ルミホって呼んでほしいな。
いや、フェイリスはフェイリスだろ。
This is bad. What should I do? What does Faris want?
ねえ、もう終わりにしようと思うの。
Oh gosh, no. What?
今日まはどうせ過去に戻ればまたやり直せるのに。だから今日まの望むことを。
the text, yeah, yeah, the text, yeah.
だが。
I swallow the rest of my words. Granting my wish would mean erasing her father's existence. My heart aches. It was like this with Susaha too. I erased everything that Suza had shared with us in 2010, including her memories of meeting her father. I did it for the sake of my personal goal, to save my Yuri. Must I once again sacrifice someone else's dream?
あれは私の8歳の誕生日の時。
Still clinging to me, Faris looks down and begins her story.
私はパパにその日だけはお仕事をお休みして一緒に遊びに行こうってお願いしてたんだ。当時はまだパパの会社は大きくなくて、パパは毎日朝から晩までずっと働き続けてたから、私はちっともパパに会えなかったの。パパと過ごせる一日が私が一番欲しかったプレゼントだった。パパは約束してくれたよ。その日は何があってもきっと一緒に過ごそうって。でもやっぱり急な仕事の予定が入って前日になって約束は破られちゃったの。ひょっとしてパパは私のこと愛してくれてないんじゃないかってすごく不安になっちゃって。だからね、私誕生日当日に家出したの。
Yeah, how'd that work out for you?
パパに心配してもらいたくて。
Faris pauses here for a time. Then, she looks up at me and continues with tears in her eyes.
その日、パパの乗った飛行機が着陸に失敗したんだ。死者は一人だけで、他の乗客はみんな無事だったんだけどね。
Don't tell me.
その一人がパパだった。
Wow, that's some bad luck right there, I tell you what. That was before the world line changed.
信じられなかった。こんなにも世界は私に冷たい運命を押し付けるのかって。パパなんかもう知らない。死んじゃえばいいんだって。それがパパにかけた最後の言葉になっちゃった。そんな言葉で私とパパの関係は永遠に閉ざされちゃったんだ。
It wasn't his fault, but I was so upset. I thought he loved his job more than me, you know. I was so mad I told him I wished he was dead. And when he heard how upset I was, he caught an early flight back. And I never saw him again.
I can hear the tears in her voice.
大好きだったのに。どうして最後にあんなこと言っちゃったのかなってずっと心の中にパパへの罪悪感があって、ずっと思ってた。タイムマシンがあればいいのにって。
Then, did fate guide us to each other?
だからね、京馬がタイムマシンの話をしているときに、これは神様か仏様か運命様が私に与えてくれたチャンスなんだって思ったの。
フェイリス、ルミホ、今日はもう話さなくていい。
最後まで言わせて。
Faris doesn't let go of me. She sniffles and wipes away her tears, putting on a smile.
私はもう満足したから。さっきパパが助けに来てくれて、私のこととっても大切に思ってくれてるって分かったから、このちょっとだけのご褒美はもう十分楽しいんだから。だから変えた過去は元に戻さなきゃ。
だが
今日マユシーはね、私にとっても友達なんだよ。そのマユシーに危機が迫ってるなら 私も京馬と同じようにする。ね。
すまない。
言ったでしょ。今のこの現実は現実じゃなくてご褒美なの。それとも夢って言うべきかな。もともとパパはこの時代にはいなかった。元に戻すだけ。
Dad died 10 years ago in a plane crash. That's the reality. Every father-daughter moment we've shared since has been on borrowed time. Not that I wouldn't move heaven and earth to keep the lie going. But there's always a price for this kind of thing. And I can't let Maya repay it.
夢を見させてくれてありがとう、京馬。
本当に。それでいいんだな。
Faris buries her face into my chest.
本当はちっとも良くないよ。私、世界が変わる前のこと思い出したけど、でも世界が変わった後のことも全部覚えてるんだよ。私の記憶、今すごくパニック中なの。変わる前と変わる後とがごちゃ混ぜになって、どっちが本当なのかわからなくなっちゃいそうで。
I feel like I'm going to be sick. It's like two worlds are all tangled up in my head. It's crazy. I can remember all these details from both sides of the change. They all feel so real and so unreal at the same time. How do I do this? How do I do this?
でも、これ以上わがまま言ったら京馬が悲しむでしょ。京馬が悲しむ顔は見たくないから。だって私の王子様だもん。
だが、もしかすればお前もパパさんを失わず真由里も死なない、そういう世界があるかもしれないんだ。それを探す努力をもっと。
いいの、もういいの。私はもう逃げたくないから。
I can't let you go through with this, okay? I'll talk to Kurisu. She's bound to know an alternative.
No one's jumping through any more stupid hoops because of me. It's not fair to any of us. It's time. I have to accept life as it is.
There's nothing I can say to that. So instead, I tightly embrace her slender body.
ありがと
う。ねえ、ちょっとだけ泣いていいかな。過去を元に戻す前にパパのために泣いてもいいかな。
She's already crying, but I don't say anything. You're already crying, Faris. It's just like the frostbite joke. Instead, I silently nod. Faris's body trembles with emotion as I hold her. Her father is sleeping in the room next door, so she probably doesn't want him to hear. She cries into my chest, muffling her sobs. It's almost noon. I feel dizzy. And actually, that's a good spot to stop. Oh boy. Trying to be, like, manly and, you know, not cry everywhere is difficult. Because that's like a really... that's like a really emotional section for me. And, I don't know, it's like... It's one of the... This is one of the few stories that actually gets me emotional like this. And I love it. Anyway, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. And next time, we will go into the actual, sending of the D-mail. And, I believe next time we might actually hit the point where we're going to hit a branch in the story again. Possibly. I'm not sure. But I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you next time. Bye!